In this video, I will show you how to download and install Visual Studio. So here let's write Visual Studio. Let's go to the first link. Then here we can click on Get Free Download, or also we can scroll down. Then here let's click on Community. Let's download this file. Then let's run it. Then continue. So because I already have Visual Studio 2022, we obtain this window. We can select this option to use the components of a Visual Studio 2022, but in this video I will select this option to install new components. Then let's click on Next. Then in this window, let's select this option, which is ASP.NET and Web Development, that allows us to create web applications. We can also install more components. For example, we can select this component that allows us to create desktop applications using C#. So this is all what I need, and if you need more components, you can select them. For example, you can select this component to create mobile applications. And you can select this component to use C++. Let's click on Install. And here we can see that Visual Studio 2026 is being downloaded and then it will be installed. And here we can see that Visual Studio 2026 is installed correctly after about 1 hour. So to run Visual Studio, we can click on this launch button. So here we can log in or create an account. We can also skip the authentication for the moment. So let's click on this link. Then here you can select one option among these options. So I will select General, and let's select the dark theme. Let's click on Start Visual Studio. Then let's create a new project. So here we have the list of the available project templates, and you can filter these templates. So here let's select the language, and let's select the type. So here I will create a web application. Then we can select this option, ASP.NET Core Web Application with Razor Pages. Then next, we can call it Web Application 1, and here we have the default location. We can accept this location, but we can also change it. So I will create a new folder in the Documents folder. And let's call it Visual Studio 2026. Then select folder. Then next. Let's select the latest version of the .NET framework, which is .NET 10. Then let's use HTTPS. Let's click on Create. We can close this page. Let's close this page as well. And let's go to the Solution Explorer. So this is our project. So let's run it. We can click on this Run button. And we obtain this web application. So to run Visual Studio easily, we can create a shortcut on the desktop. So here we can go to the icon of Visual Studio, we can make a right click, then we can make a right click on Visual Studio, then Properties. And you can see that it is installed at this location. So we can copy this path. Let's open any folder. And let's paste the path just here. Let's scroll down, and let's create a shortcut of this application on the desktop. So we can click on Show More Options, then Send To, then Desktop. So we will create a shortcut. Let's close this folder. And we obtain this shortcut, so we can rename it. And let's call it Visual Studio 2026. Now let's close Visual Studio. And let's open it again using this shortcut. So we can open the last application that we created. Let's select it. And here we obtain our project.